This is the dawn of a new era in British karting. Over 550 drivers in 12 classes competing for victory over 18 race weekends. This is the Motorsport UK British Kart Championships.
Chris Whitton takes the flag.
Going to be enough for Houston.
TKM's next champion.
To win again in TKM Extreme.
As the TKM Extreme season continues, the field arrives at Fulbeck with plenty of action on the horizon. For Kyle Sproat, this is a happy hunting ground, and with the championship being so ultra-competitive, this is an ideal opportunity to get his title aspirations back on track.
We'll come and test beforehand, go through a logical order, try and get as fast as possible, work on my driving, work with Lichfield Motorsport to make sure the kart's set up right. Obviously the Tony kart's generally pretty much plug and play, and then we've got a great team in Lichfield with the engines and the carburetors, which is giving us a brilliant opportunity to go and race them. It's a fun track to drive. I personally, it's one of my favourite tracks out there. But you've got a lot of high-speed corners and you've got a lot of slow-speed corners, so you've got everything mixed up. It's always close racing. It's always, no one's ever going to drive away around here with the tour. So I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact it's a race rather than a procession.
Adam Sparrow has won every race he started this weekend, but with Lee Whittingham alongside him and chased by Sproat, Taylor, McKeown, Moore, Goldsmith, Allnut, Newsham and Springfield, this is going to be a tough final. Lights on, lights out, let's race this TKM Extreme. Down the short stretch they will go as up into the first hairpin. Adam Sparrow's job is very clear. He's just got to hold on to that inside line for the first hairpin. So far, so good. He maintains the line of the way, throw into the barriers, a big shunt in the top six on the exit of the barriers. Now, who is that that's gone? That looks to me like Matthew Taylor may have gone from the fray. Matthew Taylor is in the barrier. Now, that is devastating for Matthew Taylor. After all that hard work, he is now down at the very back end of the field. And there's just contact. We've got Christian Briley off. Christian Briley, unfortunately, has tagged in together there with the 44 of Aaron Lask. So those two have come off the circuit as well. Matthew Taylor is not going again, but it's all over now. What a dramatic start to this final. Here in Fulbeck, we have got ourselves a real showdown now. And it looks as though joining them on the sidelines, Cristiano Nardoni has failed to start the race. And obviously we've had the collision between Aaron Lask and Christian Briley. Matthew Taylor has carried on, albeit at the back of the field, and that's Ross Deal walking away from his car. So Ross Deal is out of the race now as well, and up to the lead has come Kyle Sproat. Kyle Sproat has taken on Adam Sparrow. So Kyle Sproat has now got himself into the lead of the race in front of Adam Sparrow and Max Goldsmith, who's made an incredible start. McKeown is there in fourth position, and in fifth place that is Lee Whittingham. In sixth place now, 31, on Ethan Newsham. So a crazy first up of the race, all triggered by Matthew Taylor going into the barriers at turn one. That was a very hefty shunt, but Matthew Taylor has decided, I'm not giving up, I'm going to keep pushing, and he's still running very, very hard indeed. Although that rear bumper looks like it's dragging on the floor a little bit, so I wonder if that... Have we got yellow flags again? Up at the first hairpin. Looks as though another driver ends off in the barrier. Who is that that's gone in the first barrier? I want to try and see who that is. I think it's Lee Whittingham. Has Lee Whittingham gone off into the barriers this time? Yep, Lee Whittingham has gone. That's devastating. So Whittingham is still there. So something was happening with his transformer. He's not quite all to play for. It's Archie Strong who went off at the first corner. It was the 13 of Archie Strong who went off into the barriers. So he's got going again, but he's definitely got side pod damage. So the racing continues on up front, and it's still the battle at the front between Kyle Sproat and Adam Sparrow, although Sproat's now down to third. Sparrow's got into the lead, and Goldsmith is in fourth position behind Sproat in third, and under second has come down McKeown. So down McKeown, now Goldsmith goes for third and gets it on the 7 of Kyle Sproat. Lee Whittingham in fifth position. So a really good battle in the early stages here as the drivers continue to tussle away. A good run from Adam Sparrow. He's in front of Dan McKeown. Then Goldsmith in third. Fourth place is the 7 of Carl Sproat in front of Lee Whittingham, who is there in 5th position. So a crazy start to the race, but Matthew Allnut is now 6th in front of Ryan Cole, Ethan Newsham, James Pashley, Kai Springfield, Sam Fowler, then Joe Reeve-Smith, Austin Monday, and in 14th is Chris Whitton. Goodness me, Whitton's got through half the field in 3 laps. Well, that is Chris Whitton for you. He's not leading the championship for nothing. And as the leaders continue to plough away, Dan McKeown's got Max Goldsmith in tow as they fight for second place. Some cracking racing in TKM Extreme and some really exciting battles as the competitors continue to charge their way forward. So now we're going to see a truly sensational battle up at the front end of the field. This is going to get pretty hairy. Adam Sparrow leads, Dan McKeown is 2nd, Max Goldsmith in 3rd place from Carl Sproat in 4th position. They charge their way down to the chicane. Lee Whittingham is still there in and run for 5th position at the moment. But McKeown looks good for 2nd place. Is into the pit lane. Looks as though we've got a retirement for Archie Strong after his trip into the barriers on lap 2. So Adam Sparrow has taken command of the race again in front of McKeown and Goldsmith. Then it is the 7 of Carl Sproat in 4th. Lee Whittingham trying to stay with them in 5th position. Then it is the 36. In there in 6th position, that is Matthew Allnut ahead of Ryan Cole. Chris Whitton keeps making up the paces. He's up into 11th position now, having made his way past Kai Springfield. Joe Reeve-Smith and Austin Monday have taken up the initiative to get through as well. So some really close battles with the drivers as they continue to charge forward up to the chicane. And Adam Sparrow still leads here from McKeown and Goldsmith, then Sproat and Whittingham. They go through the square left and up to the hairpin. That's the move from Goldsmith. Goldsmith in a 2nd place now on his teammate Dan McKeown. So Goldsmith clearly feels that he should be the one to lead the cavalry after the race leader Adam Sparrow. But you don't want to lose too much ground. If Adam Sparrow gets a big enough lead, he's going to run away and hide. And the drivers continue to battle their way forward up to the chicane. And still they charge their way down the long start-finish straight through the chicane and up to the hairpin. Adam Sparrow controlling the pace in front of Max Goldsmith. So far so good. He's got a couple of car lengths. That's enough for the moment to be comfortable, but he knows he's got a long way to go in this race. But Adam Sparrow is looking likely to be unbeaten all weekend. He comes through the square left-hander up to the hairpin and back down past the new pit lane entry and into the boot. So far so good for the number 3 of Adam Sparrow. He leads Max Goldsmith and then Dan McKeown, with Carl Sproat and Lee Whittingham giving chase down the main straight. Up to the chicane, through the right left and then out onto the right flank. This is a very tough race. It's a long time, 15 minutes in karting. You've got so much to do through that time as well. You've got the tyres obviously coming up to temperature. The brakes are under a massive amount of punishment here. And everything is pushing very hard. I can see the wheels squealing under brakes for that 2nd chicane. The driver's pushing so hard at this phase of the race, trying to get a bit of advantage to the guys out behind them, but also just trying to keep the car under wraps. It's not easy at this phase of the race. They come through the chicane at the end of the lap again, through the square left that finishes the lap on the throttle. And somehow the number 3 is just about hanging on to his advantage. Adam Sparrow has still comfortably got the lead of the race, but he needs to keep this sort of pace going, and he knows it won't be easy from this moment on. He's going to have a very tough challenge to keep into the lead of the race as the drivers continue to storm through to the chicane, up and over the curbs. God, the 2 wheels in the air and 2 on the deck through that part of the chicane. And still they make their way through to the 2nd sector. Goldsmith and McKeown very evenly matched in 2nd and 3rd. Sproat and Whittingham looking a little bit easy Charlies there in 4th and 5th position. Meanwhile, Matthew Allnut has got a lot of pressure from Ryan Cole. And all of a sudden, welcome back to the front end of the field, Sam Fowler. He's worked his way up to 8th position. So this is a really good run for Sam Fowler. Ethan Newsham is next up, then it's James Pashley. It's a warning flag on that lap for the 93 of James Ogden. I'm not sure what he's supposed to have done. I certainly didn't see anything untoward, but clearly the officials did. And up to the 2nd chicane, Sparrow still leads Goldsmith and McKeown. Then it's Sproat, and in fifth is Whittingham. Then comes Matthew Allnut. We're into the second half of the race now, as the battle is clearly raging at the front end of the field. But so far, it is all about the number 3, Adam Sparrow, in front of Goldsmith and Dan McKeown in third. They come out of the final corner. Very much the order of proceedings at the moment. 10-second penalty. A 10-second penalty has been handed to Harry Moore. That's a disaster. He's clearly overshot at the chicane, and now he's got a 10-second penalty. So from his point of view, he's just got to try and make up as much time as possible so that his finishing position is not too badly affected. For the lead, that's going to be close. Adam Sparrow hangs on to it, but McKeown's going to come round the outside and takes the lead. Oh my word, that was close. And Dan McKeown hits the front. Max Goldsmith was not prepared to surrender, and Adam Sparrow and Goldsmith run out wide. McKeown gets the lead, and that was so nearly an accident in one of the toughest, roughest parts of the course. Dan McKeown hits the front with 5 more minutes on the clock. Oh, that was so close. When you go for a move into that chicane, you better know it's going to happen, because that is such a scary place to make an overtake. And neither driver was quite clear what was going to happen. So Sparrow's now going to try again on Dan McKeown. But McKeown's job is now to make that kart as wide as a Buick. He's got to keep him back. Through to the square left. Up to the hairpin once again. Dan McKeown leads in front of the 3 of Adam Sparrow. Adam Sparrow in second place, sorry. Here they come again. McKeown, Sparrow, Goldsmith. Whittingham now past Broke for 4th position as well. Allnut now on the back of them with Ryan Cole and Sam Fowler. It's an 8-way scrap for the victory. Dan McKeown taking the lead has made this an 8-way fight. They come off the first chicane, down to the hairpin. No change for position yet. The race leader now becomes the man who does all the hard work. And at the moment, that is Dan McKeown after storming round the outside on the exit of the second chicane to get the lead at the second square left. Here they come. And up they come once again, and now Adam Sparrow retakes the lead. Adam Sparrow gets through on the inside of the hairpin, and he's back in front. So McKeown in second place now has to wait for an opportunity back again. Into the final chicane, Adam Sparrow leads McKeown, Goldsmith, Whittingham and Sproat. And there's a 10-second penalty for Joe Reeves-Smith. And it looks as though the 90 is out of the race regardless. Well, Joe Reeves-Smith has come through. No, my apologies, it's somebody else who's come off the racetrack. That is Spencer Stevenson, who is on the sidelines. And it looks as though we've lost another one as well. I think that is Alex Lehman, potentially. No, it's James Buckingham. James Buckingham has not come through. So James Buckingham is now out of the race. And up the inside, that is the 9. Through to 3rd position then for Lee Whittingham. Whittingham has got up from 5th to 4th and now to 3rd as he charges after Dan McKeown in 2nd place. But the race leader is the number 3. That is the man in front of the field. The number 3, Adam Sparrow from Dan McKeown. They go through the S's and charging up through the apex of the first part of the lap into the hairpin. A really exciting battle as they come off the turn. Down the short stretch to the chicane. And this is going to be a tough battle for Adam Sparrow to hang on to. He knows that. He'll be hanging on for dear life as they come out of the chicane and up to the square left. In they go. Sparrow still has Dan McKeown all over the back of him. But McKeown is being hustled now by Whittingham. Whittingham trying to come through in a 2nd place, but he's not able to get good purchase off the hairpin. And that gives Dan McKeown a bit of breathing space once again. So Sparrow, McKeown, Whittingham, Goldsmith, damage to Matthew Allnut's Nassau, and he's there at the front end of the car, looking like he's had a few rounds with Frank Bruno. They come off the first couple of corners in the chicane, and up at the first hairpin, and it's Matthew Allnut's Nassau looking very dented indeed. Somebody's broken their nose. Into the chicane and back on the power once again. McKeown looking very hungry behind Adam Sparrow as he goes for the lead of the race. He's not quite going to get the overtaking move there. He's got to think about this very, very calculated. He's got to time it right. but he's pushing all over the back of Adam Sparrow at the moment. 2 minutes on the clock. He'll know that time is ticking down enough that he can start to go for it. This is definitely not an easy race now for Adam Sparrow. He knew it was going to be tough. He knew it was going to be an incredibly fierce race. But I'm not sure even he thought it was going to be as close as this. Can he get the clean sweep? Well, if Adam Sparrow were to take the victory in this race, he would take the lead in the championship. 4 points ahead of Lee Whittingham. And now it's going to be a tough one. It's through to the lead goes McKeown. Dan McKeown gets the lead again. So now Adam Sparrow down to second and Whittingham is third. So the men second and third. Oh, they've collided! Dan McKeown and Adam Sparrow have hit each other in the hairpin. And now Sparrow is down to 7th position, 8th position. Make that 10th as now he lets both Newsham and McKeown go through. And a 10-second penalty goes the way of the 91. That is Alex Lehman. But it's a very dramatic end to it for Dan McKeown and Adam Sparrow. That ends Adam Sparrow's bid to be championship leader. He's now down to 10th, and that means the new championship leader is Lee Whittingham, and he leads the race in front of Max Goldsmith. So all of a sudden, Lee Whittingham is picking to lead Fulbeck as the championship leader. But look who's in third. In the lead goes Goldsmith. Goldsmith takes the lead. Whittingham's going back at him. But in third position, it's Sam Fowler. Where did he come from? So now Sam Fowler's got a chance to go for the win. Allnut is fourth, Sprody's fifth, and here we go, 14 seconds to go, that's 2 laps to go as Whittingham hustles the race leader Max Goldsmith. Big drama here, once again, and down to the hairpin. It looks as though there's a massive squabble into that hairpin. Lots of overtaking bids, but is Goldsmith going to lose the lead of this race? Whittingham tries to dive on the inside, he's not going to get there. Allnut trying to cut through. Into 4th position goes Allnut past Carl Sproat. And there's damage, as we know, for McKeown, as Chris Whitten now tries to make his bid to get past Ryan Cole. Further up the order, and Lee Whittingham is furious. He waves his hand in frustration at Max Goldsmith. But they're now going to go into the final lap. Here we go. And Max Goldsmith leads the race from Whittingham. Third place is Sam Fowler. He's in the box seat in front of Matthew Allnut as Goldsmith holds on to the position. They go through the first chicane. And is there still going to be one final sting in the tail as Goldsmith protects the lead like crazy in front of Lee Whittingham? Down the straight, up to the chicane. Trying to get the dive on the inside line. This is going to be a late lunge as on the inside. Fowler protects the move from McKeown. He's up to 4th place now. McKeown is still charging. Up into P4 he comes. Up towards the hairpin. Goldsmith hangs on in front of Whittingham. They're going to go charging down the straight. Is this going to be the moment for Max Goldsmith as he goes into the final chicane? I think he's going to do it. Out of the final corner, Whittingham's going to give it everything. But Max Goldsmith gets the victory. He is absolutely euphoric. Max Goldsmith wins a Fulbeck. Boom! That was magic. Absolutely incredible racing as the entire field misses the chicane on the slowing down lap. Max Goldsmith has taken an absolute thriller in the final lap. Nobody could have predicted how close that was going to go down. And Max Goldsmith gets the victory in front of Lee Whittingham. Sam Fowler, a very frustrated Dan McKeown, is 4th. In 5th place it is Matthew Allnut from Kyle Sproat, Ethan Newsham, Ryan Cole, Chris Whitten comes back to 9th, and James Ogden in 10th position from Adam Sparrow in a very disappointed 11th, and then James Pashley from Joe Reeve-Smith and Kai Springfield, Theo Hesketh and Lewis Wadley, Austin Monday, Isaac Marsh, Harry Moore, Zach Bowen, Alex Page, Jack Godden, Michael Cornell, Maria Bright, Megan Lawson, Matthew Taylor and Alex Lehman. With the retirements from the race, James Buckingham, Spencer Stevenson, Archie Strong, Aaron Lass, Christian Briley, Cristiano Nardoni and Ross Deal. But what a crazy race TKM Extreme has given us. And at the second half of the season, Max Goldsmith delivers in the third final of the year as Lee Whittingham takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship to Carl Sproat by just 2 points. This is going to be an amazing second half of the year in TKM Extreme. After years of hard graft and never-ending perseverance, Max Goldsmith is finally rewarded with a richly deserved victory. A fantastic comeback for both Lee Whittingham and Sam Fowler put them back in the hunt too, as the season will continue next month at Shennington.
Well, crazy weekend. I mean, definitely one I'll never forget. Right through practice and everything, I've been just the final alone. It was just an incredible race. It felt amazing to be part of it. From the race before, I was quite fast. I thought there's a chance, but it wasn't until actually probably right at the end where I thought this is actually going to happen. First win for the British Championships for me. It's just a really special day. I've got so many people to thank. Most importantly, my dad. I've been racing for 9 years and I finally won a British kart race. I cannot thank him enough.
Yeah, it was a good weekend really. Fortunately, things went our way where I managed to get in the right place, right time, and getting second. So otherwise couldn't be a better weekend, to be honest. So
started right near the back for the second final and just drove it as hard as I could. Ended up coming through to third, so just needed a few more laps.